Say, it is not enough to know. It is only what you apply that you see the result in your life. Hi, my name is Odrole Mojibola and I am your shoemaking made easy tutor. We started this particular footwear from the sole. I thought and created a series on how you can actually make the sole as well as the upper. If you missed my last upload, go and check it. I taught 3 different ways in which you can actually position and last to fit, and today we are going to actually be hacking this as well. If you're watching for the first time, all we do is make shoemaking easy and simple for you. We want to reduce your family expenses on footwear. We also want to make sure that you build new stream of income. Your confidence has to be worked on for you to be able to create amazing work. If I can do it, you can do it. God helping you. I need you to sit back, and I am gonna be right back. Alright, in this particular video, I'm going to be showing us how you can actually last, your crossover, like a cross, over slide, whether for a man or for a woman. I have already, published a video on how I created all of this and how I stuff it. I'm going to say that you should go ahead and check it in the comment section or on the screen after this video. Now, the first thing I want you to just know is that I'm going to be using my fingers to actually position this. Yes, I'm going to be using my finger, and I can guarantee that it will work for you as well when you do the same thing. So the width that I have here is about 4.5. So I'm going to place my palm this way on top of it. You can see that this is the right leg. I'm placing it on the right leg, and I'm going to be using, please, I need you to pay attention to this. I'm going to be using, now let me make sure that the longest part, is right here. Okay, so I'm going to be using this part of my finger. I'm sure you can see this particular finger. I'm going to be using this part of it, like around here. So I'm just going to try to mark it down here. Mark that part. Come to this side, and also I'm not going to use this part of it. I'm also going to use this lower part. So place it on it, and also try to trace where the lower part is, like somewhere under it, and place it here. So you use here and you use here. So you can see what I have. I don't know if you can see what I have right here. So it's not exactly at the same spot. They are slant. As I'm sure you can see, it's a bit slant. They are not exactly at the same spot. All right, now that we have done that, I'm going to go ahead and position my last. This is going to be on this side. This is going to be on this side, like it's coming here, and then we're going to be having this on top, right on top of it. I hope you understand that. So let me first of all try to place these ones here and place it here. So your shoe last, make sure you place it appropriately. You can see this. Make sure you place it appropriately. Then this is stopping here. I've already marked it. I can clean all those, my marker is passing by the side. So now you also want to regulate this. If you want it, you want this cross here, you want it to stay at the side, it's your choice. You can make it stay like that if you want it to be at the side. If you want it to be at the center, you also coordinate it to be at the center. So it means you are going to try to rearrange it in such a way that it's going to actually lie readily at the center. So you want to raise this one up a bit. Make sure you maintain this. This is supposed to be here. So you can see the way I've tried to adjust it. You understand, to be, slightly at the center of the shoe lace. Can you see that? So you have that capacity to actually do all of that. So if you have maintained where you want it to be, you can now go ahead and position this way. Can you see what I have? So let me first of all try to sort out this part first. Before you hold down all of this part, you want to ensure that it is actually at the right place here in front. It's very important. So I'm going to be using my shoe glue because that one will be very swift. I don't have to wait forever. Please feel free to apply your adhesive on top of it, your contact cement adhesive. Just hold down very well. You can see the way I'm trying to hold well, hold and turn this way. So you apply your adhesive if it is an adhesive you want to use. And then make sure that you are actually bringing it down this way so that this side will not be opening. Bring this up a bit and then close them down right there. So you also want to work on this part. I just hope I have enough on this side to go down, because I can't afford to place everything here only to find out that it will not be enough. So you want to also place that one down, and this side you want to avoid it opening up, so you want to try as much as possible to pull it in. Then you can come back to the front, you can pull this down and then arrange how you really want this to be. Now if you want it to be solely up, like up a bit, like you want it to be like this, you can actually do it like that. Let me show us what that means. If you want it to look like this, it can look like that. If you want it to look the other way around, like probably you want it to go down a bit more, it can also go down a bit more. So this is what that will look like. Can you see what it will look like? So you can choose your choice, you know, of whichever one you prefer. So for me, I wouldn't want it to go down too much. We don't want us to go down too much. So you want to also check this part. You can see it opening. It's very important. You want to check that, and then you want to correct it right here. You understand? You can correct that here. And don't forget, it's fluffy, so you don't have anything to worry about. It's not something that will be very, and I also don't want it to be tight. So that's why I'm trying to push my shoulders up a bit. I don't want it to be tight at all. So when you are placing the back part, you also want to be very careful. You want to be very careful so that this part will be the one that will be here, and then this part will be inner. You understand? You see, this is a bit out and this is in. So that is the most appropriate way to place it. So I'm also going to try as much as possible to just reduce this a bit, so that the two of them can lay. So now you can see what I have right here. So for this part, I can actually decide to open the whole thing up just to adjust it and make sure that it is well positioned. Can you see that? Then I'll bring this in. You understand what I'm trying to say? Initially, it looks like this. I don't know if you can see that opening. I don't know if you can observe it. You understand? When you have issues like this, it's as a result of the way it was positioned. You understand? So you want to try and work on that. Don't forget, we have a point we are still maintaining. So you want to try to, first of all, make sure this one is laying appropriately. Then you come to this side. to switch this in appropriately so that the two sides will be laying perfectly well. I'm sure you can see what I have right there. So that is what I'm going to work with now. I might have to reduce this a bit. Yes. So let me. So I want to make sure that this is staying well, and at the same time I want to make sure that this is also staying well. I'm sure you get that. So they are supposed to lay properly well. If you notice, you see this one is, okay, except you still want to do something to this side. So this is looking, amazingly beautiful. Can you see what we have? My goodness, my goodness. I'm not sure if you have seen our video on how I actually taught us to create this. I've not even finished polishing this. That's why we are not having the edges shining and glittering. I have a video on how I created this particular outer, so how I welted it, and then it looks this way. You definitely need to check it out. If you have been following me, I'm sure you must definitely have seen it. Oh my goodness, this is what? Can you see this? Can you see how this looks like? Can you see it? So I'm still going to try to file as much, just bevel all this down just to reduce the bulkiness and all of that. Now, one of those things you can also do when you are creating this kind of design is to ensure that you create a compartment for all this to fit in. Create compartment for them to fit in such a way that you have like an insole cardboard wrapped together with this. So you cut out the insole cardboard, and this will sit inside it. So that one also helps when you are bottoming, to be able to have a perfect and a very good bottoming right in there. So with this, I'm just going to go ahead and place on the second foot, and we are good to go. I don't know if you are aware that our next online our next online training is going to be starting May 1st. If you haven't registered, I encourage you to register. This is how we take time to explain. You can see me trying to position the next one, so I don't have to go all over the process again. So we're going to be learning how to create school shoes. We're going to be learning how to create dress shoes, majorly for children. Yes, the class is going to be majoring on children footwear. Let's help you reduce your family expenses on footwear. I can guarantee you that my classes, with whatever I teach you, it's also the same application for adults, and you're going to be having access to adult designs that you're going to be learning how to create their patterns. So whatever you have learned during the class, apply it. Is the same process. I'm the one teaching it, I'm the one making it, so I can guarantee that everything you learn there will actually be appropriate also, for adult as well. So you can see what we have. I'm just going to finish this, then we're going to go ahead and then bottom it, and we're going to be having a beautiful shoe here.